Come be together at Disney. These are times you'll always treasure. Now your dreams come true. Golden days that last forever, shining just for you. Feel the joy that's all around you. Share the dream come true. Together at Disney.
Disney World is the world's happiest place on earth, but there's a secret side of the company that they don't want you to see. Disney World had a theme park hidden on the island in the middle of Bay Lake, and now it's being reclaimed by nature, just like the former river country. Let's take a look at Disney's former theme park, Discovery Island. Also, thank you guys for 200 subscribers. It means the world to me. If you guys enjoy the content I put out, please go down below, click that subscribe button, and like the video. And check out my last video I did on Disney's River Country, a former water park owned by Disney. And I post a new documentary every Sunday on an abandoned place from around the world. If you guys have an abandoned place that you guys would want me to feature in a video, please comment that down below. And let's take a look at Disney's Discovery Island, now abandoned. Let's take a look at the beginning of Discovery Island. We'll travel back to the early 1900s. The island was first known as Res Island. It was named after the family that lived there. In the late 1930s, a man named Delmar Radio Nick Nicholson purchased the island for $800. Delmar and his wife renamed the island Idle Bay Isle and continued to live there with their pet crane for 20 years. It was sold again and renamed Riles Island, and it was used as a hunting retreat. And finally, the island was bought in 1965 by Disney as a part of the strategic property acquisition that year. Disney planned for the theme of the property to be pirate-themed, so the island was named Blackbeard's Island, and the island was eventually changed to Treasure Island. As an attraction, it was originally intended to include elements from the Disney film of the same name from the 50s. Walt wanted a unique diversion from the main theme park attractions. The island was planned to be a retreat for exploration and relaxation with the wrecks of a pirate ship, Bengun's Fort, and the Bendo Inn, and the lakes and waterfalls around so the guests could enjoy the scenery. The island wasn't developed until 1974. In that year, the Buena Vista construction company expanded the land to 11 acres, and the expansion included boulders and trees that were imported from the China, South Africa, and Himalayan lands. The groundwork was now laid for the opening of Treasure Island. Opening day for the park was April 8th, 1974, and if you wanted to reach the park, the guests could either take the Walt Disney World Cruise, which was a tour of the Seven Seas Lagoon and Bay Lake, and then to stop at Treasure Island. The other option you could take was a direct trip from the resort docks. In 1978, the park was renamed Discovery Island, this causing any references to the pirates being dropped, and the theme was much more focused on the nature and the animals of the park. The park's head curator, Charles Cook, was often seen in Disney publications and various TV broadcasts, posing with the birds and discussing the nature conservation efforts the island was making. The environmental practices and animal care on Discovery Island was a very public component of the company in these years. The park featured a wide variety of animals from all around the world. The former attractions include the Parrots Perch, which was the island's bird show that featured cockadoos and macaws. The park featured exhibits with monkeys, swans, lemurs from Madagascar, vultures, and toucans. The Avian Way was in the park, and it was the United States' most extensive breeding colony of scarlet ibis, which is a bird species that's going extinct. The park also featured alligators, bald eagles, flamingos, and tortoises. Disney's nature and conservation efforts were recognized in 1981 by the American Association of Zoological Parks and Aquariums. The park was made an accredited zoological park. The park was credited with housing the last dusky seaside sparrow before it died sadly, and eventually was declared extinct. In September of 1989, a state attorney filed for 16 charges against Cook and floor employees of the park, with allegations of mishandling of vultures and the destruction of the ibis nest, also with shooting the hawks and falcons. The Disney employees said the vultures attacked the other animals and the other birds were noisy. The investigations found that a metal shed housing some of the birds had no windows, ventilation, or water, and it wasn't even clean. Cook admitted to the investigators that as much as 72 vultures were in the sheds at one time. Just think about that. The birds had no windows, ventilation, or water, and there was feces everywhere. This was a major blow to the reputation of the park. In 1999, the park shut its doors. Discovery Island was now closed, and Animal Kingdom opened shortly after, thus making the Disney Island useless, and the remaining animals were moved to Animal Kingdom. Alan Oakley visited the park the last day of operation and shared a story online. So if you guys want to read his story, I'm going to link his website down below. And also I'm going to show you the photos right now. So here are some photos of the last day of operation. Today, the park remains there, reclaimed by nature and abandoned. And Matt Swanson visited the park, so I'm going to show you his video down below. And if you guys want to go check out his channel, I'll put the link above. I'm going to feature his video so you guys can see the park in its current state and nature reclaiming it. And the park is currently abandoned, and there's no future plans for the park. I talked about in my last video in River Country that's going to be a hotel in 2022, but Discovery Island is just going to be remaining there, abandoned and being reclaimed by nature. Thank you guys for watching the video if you made it till the end. And if you guys want to do me a solid, support the channel and click that subscribe button down below. Also like the video. Let's get this video to 50 likes. And if you guys want to see any of my other content, I'll link that above. If you guys want to click that, you can see my last video or you can see another video from my account. Check out my playlist of 3 abandoned videos I've done so far. And this is Wild Owl Productions. I do a documentary every Sunday. So if you guys want to subscribe to the channel, support that, that'd be awesome. Thank you guys very much. And if you guys have any abandoned places that you want me to feature, comment them down below. And I'm out.